Damn, Dame, you tweaking on the beat.
All right.
Yeah.
We are back.
We back, man.
Talk That Talk Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you already know what it is, man. Another episode, another weekly podcast episode with my brother. Y'all already know. Let me introduce myself. If you're just now checking us out, the first time you're seeing us on stream, live, and all that good stuff, I go by the name of Bake, and I'm here with my co-host, my producer of the year, father of the year, coach of the year, two masters of the year, teacher of the year, all that good stuff. Man, introduce yourself, the man that don't need no introductions.
Yeah, man. There's too many reasons himself, Mr. Black Excellence in the building.
Yes.
Hey, man, we here.
Yes, we are.
You feel me? We here.
Yes.
Feel me? We looking different.
Yeah, we are.
Talk That Talk Nation. Looking a little different.
Looking a little bit more professional, you know.
Yeah,
we was a little ghetto back in the day, and now we stepping the game up a little bit, man, with the professionally out. Man, how was your week, dog? What you get into this week, man?
Week been solid, man. It's been a long week. Been one of them weeks.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from this week, I've been in the gym.
I see it, man. Hey, man, give my man some love for being in the gym, dog. Straight like that. That man was cooking in the gym this week. I'm gonna have to get back in there for sure, but that my dog back in the gym. How'd it feel to go back?
I'm happy, man. Like I started last week working with my boy JR.
Yeah.
So me and him this week, we was kind of, the schedule's a little off this week, but I couldn't allow that to
mess up.
Me to be in there.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I was in the gym this week, just getting it in, man.
Yeah.
Mind, body, and soul.
Yeah.
Trying to get the body back where it needs to go. You feel me? So
100%.
my motto right now is rebuild, retool, revamp.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good motto right there.
Yeah.
Look at this, man. I told you that's why it's the man of too many names, man. It's a rebuild. I like that. That's fire.
And you feel me? Because it's the start of my last name. You feel me? That's why you got to rebuild, retool, revamp. So
I like it.
Just on that grind.
There it is.
Of trying to just to get myself back to that next level, man. I'm trying to be summer ready.
There it is.
Summer.
He said, I'm trying to have a shirt off. Summer ready is not a bad thing, man. This week has been crazy, man. A lot of up and downs, but hey, I'm happy we got to Saturday, dog. That's the beautiful thing.
Did you finish school this week? Didn't you finish school this week?
No. I'm not done yet. I just finished like my 2 classes. I'm done with the class piece. Now it's just the supervisions and the hours. Yeah. So I'm grateful for that. Very, very grateful.
The school piece is like, that's where all the unnecessary stress comes in.
Yeah.
Hours
that stuff is done. I am grateful to be done with that. Yes. But we got a lot of great stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Lakers injuries. So we're going to be talking about who's likely to win NBA title, be either OKC or Cleveland. We're also going to be talking about a lot of the shakeups and moves from all the NFL. And then last but not least, we're going to recap and finish off with WWE Wrestling Weekly Recap. And so that's going to be dope. But first, we got to start off with the Lakers. And how far will the Lakers tumble with all these injuries, man? So, hey, I got to give it to my dog who's Laker faithful, who's a true diehard Laker fanatic. How do you feel these injuries are going to impact the Lakers? And do you see this impacting them so much where they're yet again going to be playing out of the play-in?
I hope we don't travel that far. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't, man. But I also like our team against anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel. Like this year, my confidence level in us being to play in and playing whoever in that first round is totally different than years previous.
Yeah.
Mainly because we got we got them guys now.
Right.
We got a whole different vibe, different team, and when you see us fully healthy,
Mm-hmm.
we like that.
Yeah.
So if you've been paying attention to us, we gonna cause some damage. I think last night's win, or last night's game, not win, but
Yeah. I was
last
like,
night's
we
game,
almost won.
yeah, could have won that.
Should have won that. I
Yeah,
just, yeah.
yeah. Last night was one of those games where it had to get. It showed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin Reeves showed y'all that he's a legit third option.
Yeah.
And he could be a legit first option if he really wants to just go cook.
Facts.
You feel me? DK, Dalton Connect, aka Westside Connect, aka Connect 4.
Yeah.
He was in his Duffy last
He was in
night.
his Duffy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
The young kid, Jordan Goodwin.
Oh, he's been hooping.
Man, he's been a find.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
He plays defense. He does all the little things, and he can shoot a little bit and create a little bit.
Yeah, and so you feel me? I call him Batman Goodwin.
Yeah, because he got the face thing. Yeah.
Got the face Batman Goodwin. You feel me? So it's good to see a lot of that. My boy Koloko, he came through and had a solid game.
Yeah, they got to get my man Lynn out of there, man. That dude, that was probably the worst pickup ever.
Oh my God! Like he needs to go. I don't even know how he's still on the team. And when they flew back to LA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's playing with them.
Emerson, the other big fella, number 55. When he's got in, he looks productive.
Yeah.
When Jackson Hayes in, he looks productive.
Yeah, that dude.
When Coloco's in, he looks productive. When Alex Lynn is in,
it's just awful. He provides no benefit to the team.
Like Bake, he not a rim threat.
Nope.
He not a rim protector.
Nope.
He can't shoot.
Nope.
Like what is he bringing to the team, Bake?
He's just a big body. That's all it is. It's a placebo effect.
Yeah.
No, he is in the way for sure.
In the way, like you heard what's the name pleading for them to take him out. Like, hey, I got to get him out the game. Like when he was playing Milwaukee, like just take the man out and go small. I'm like, Reggie Miller was out there pleading because he gives us
nothing.
You feel me? We had to play old man Markieff Morris last night.
Yeah. And who did solid? He he did what his role was. Come off, hit a couple shots, hit some big shots, and I thought, like I said, So here's my thing. I feel like the injuries will force the Lakers to fall to the play-in because everybody else is playing really, really well, number one. Number two, the Lakers have the strongest, toughest schedule remaining in the NBA. And number three, I do think that this can be beneficial for the Lakers. And I say this because a lot of times when your superstars are not there to carry those clutch moments, this is great opportunity for role players to get that opportunity to shine and play in big-time moments. So when the playoff comes, because every moment is a big-time moment in the playoff because it's win or go home. Every game counts. I know everybody says it's just one. No, it starts with one, and then one can turn into two, into to three. And I think that what you're seeing right now is the role players getting their ability to get their touches and confidence ready. And when the superstars come back, this is what I don't like when superstars do sometimes. They come back and they try to act like everything is just the same. No, you got to play on to these role players and what they've been doing and instill that confidence even more and be like, look, man, just because I'm here don't mean you taking a back seat. Like, I need you to keep doing what you was doing when I was out because that's going to even make us even much more better. It's going to improve us as a team where now we killing you on every aspect of the game. And I think that by losing Bron right now, you get an opportunity to get him healthy. But here's the thing with a growing injury. the growing injury, I know he said it's not as bad, but again, the older you get, the longer it takes to heal, number one. The easier it is to re-injure it, number two. And it just, you don't play with that same intensity because the mindset is, I don't want to push it too far and then I'm out for the whole playoff. So it's going to be a different kind of LeBron that's coming in. And then you got a Luka who really hasn't had a entire season. He's been in and out all year with injuries, nagging injuries, back to the calf, and he really hasn't gotten to basketball shape. And that's why the others are going to have to carry their weight. The Rui is a big one. I don't know how long Rui's been out. Rui's been out about a couple of weeks now.
Well, it says that when I was seeing yesterday that he's moving into day-to-day.
Okay.
So, that means it could be sometime this week. It could be sometime next week.
I wouldn't rush it, though.
Yeah, but he had a lateral patellar tendonitis strain.
Where is that? What is that?
It's basically like your knee. It's like patellar tendonitis, or like on the side of it. It's something that he had that is not a serious injury, just one of those that just kind of need rest.
Yeah, you need to rest and let your body.
Because like when he heard it, I was worried because it was like 3 or 4 games before that he kind of came up limp.
Yeah,
and like he did something, and then he was kind of favoring his leg. And I thought he was going to be out for a couple of games then, but he ended up playing.
Yeah.
And then,
they set him out.
Fast break layup, he got hurt. And it wasn't even like he ran into nobody.
Yeah, just one of those stumble-wumbles ones.
Yeah, like when it either happened when he went up,
yeah,
or when he came down. But either way it go, it wasn't even like a lot of force for.
But that's how it be sometimes, man. With them knees, man. If you don't have the balance in your knees and you going up off balance, you are liable to get hurt. Even with Kyrie, when he got hurt, he put a lot of pressure on his left knee. I think it was the left knee that got hurt.
I think it was his left.
And he was doing a Euro, and the torque of him moving put so much pressure on that knee where it couldn't withstand it. Balance is key when it comes to knees. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, for a person that like me that's torn both ACLs, I know a little bit of something about ACL injuries and learning that just. It's when you have too much forward momentum and impact at the same time.
Right.
So like you said, just back to your balance thing, like, and a lot of time, and you see athletes do a lot of off balance things. Like Kyrie is a magician. You feel me? He's usually off balance. Well, to us, he looks off balance, but to him, he's exactly where he wants to be.
Right.
With that speed and that momentum, with him, he tried to go over and under and step, and it was just too much. Like right away when I seen it, I knew what it was.
Right.
I just prayed for something different just because of how he fell and the impact and the angle that he fell. I knew exactly what it was. I was just praying for something different. But like I said, for the Lakers, man, they got to just right the ship. Losing that game to Brooklyn, like you can see right now, that was tough. And then they got Phoenix on Sunday.
Yeah, another tough one.
They get San Antonio. So if they can,
that's not an easy game.
But San Antonio's gonna be without Victor and without De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
So
that's a winnable game. You can't lose winnable games.
Yes, and that's what it comes down to. Like that game against San Antonio, who's ever on the court, you got to go out there and win these next two.
Yeah.
They can go out there and win these next two, and you can hope that a Denver or Houston and Memphis and them can lose a game.
Yeah.
To keep you like right there, because you still like they slid to the 5th seed.
Yeah.
But they're only 1 loss out of the 2nd seed column because everybody else got 24 losses. So it's not, you feel me? It's not as bad.
It's not. It's just the fact that
they're unhealthy in this situation.
That's the problem. Like if they was healthy, I wouldn't be worried about it, because every team goes into. But the other teams, like Minnesota, is playing extremely great basketball now. The Warriors are playing extremely great basketball right now. Like the OKC, we know, but I'm just saying those are the 2 hottest teams right now that is playing extremely well. Like they just.
You don't have to play those teams right now either.
You get what I'm saying? So you just gotta hope that that hot train runs out because they are playing great basketball Like the Minnesota dogged the Nuggets the night before.
And here's the thing, though, like it's crazy to say, but if Minnesota and the Warriors, if you can keep them at this distance,
yeah,
you really don't want to get to the 2-3 seed,
right?
Because I mean, or you do because you feel like the matchups are favorable against Minnesota and the Warriors.
Yeah,
just because of they don't have a whole bunch of like size as far as big players. And all. I mean, they got Rudy Gobert in Minnesota, but
Lakers should want to play. I would like Houston. I'll play Houston. I feel like that's a good first rounder. Tough first round, but I think they have enough to get over the Houston hump. No disrespect to Houston, I think they're a good team. I think that their youth, they still haven't got over that hump to get playoff ready yet. It's different when you get in the playoffs. Like it's a different mindset when you get in the playoffs. And I think with Luka and LeBron healthy, and you got Rui back, and you got your squad back, I think they can get past Houston. It'll go probably 6. I'm not gonna disrespect them and say they about to sweep them. I think it goes 6. Lakers get that one. I don't want to play, Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota, even though I think we could beat Minnesota, I don't know the way they playing right now, the way they match up with us, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
I mean, I like the Minnesota matchup. Just because I feel like Luka just likes to cook Minnesota.
No, he does. 100%. 100%. He's going to go crazy, but I feel like it depends on what I see now when it comes to guarding Luka is that they're doubling him off the rip and they're making everybody else beat them. You know what I mean? And here's the thing with Luka, and I love him to death. And this is the one thing that LeBron does as good as any point guard. Is he's not afraid to defer, right? Some superstars, they won't defer when you need to defer. Like when you need, like even with the game that Luka played, and he was on fire. Don't get me wrong, but that was the bad part. He was the only one on fire. And then when you try to give it to other people late, they ain't got no rhythm, you know?
But I think back in that game, he got to play one-on-one.
Right.
Milwaukee wasn't sending no double team.
Right.
So it just allowed him to cook. And I mean, like you think about it, he had 45, Austin Reeves had 28. Usually when you get two dudes that score like that, and they was efficient too. It wasn't like it was
right.
They was out here, it was a bad 45 or he took 38 shots. Like Austin Reeves and Luka cooked. But because Milwaukee was content with playing them one-on-one, staying home against the others, it didn't allow the rest of the team to really.
Defense, the Lakers' defense, just last night was better. Yeah. It's just too many laps at the pivotal time. But last night was the better for all people that played yesterday. They played extremely well on the defensive end. But again, man, they got to get healthy. They got to get right because if they don't, it's going to be tougher. I would hate, this sucks though, to have a great season that they've had to be overshadowed now by injuries and possibly being back in the play-in again, man. And that, it's just like you keep falling back to that play-in seed when they was right there. There was a number 2 seed. Let's not get it twisted. Bron don't get hurt, say they lose that game or win that game. You never know because you got Bron on the field. They can potentially win that game or whatnot, but end up losing that game and having even a bigger loss because now you're on a 4-game spill. I just hope they get back. Hope they get back. All right, moving on to the next topic of the day. We got who's more likely to win the title, OKC or the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's talk about it. Who you got, OKC or Cleveland? Who's likely to win?
Man, like, and watching both of these teams just ball this year has been amazing.
Yeah.
Somehow they still want to give Joker the MVP.
They better not. I swear if they do that, bro, I'll never watch. Well, I will watch. But I'm just saying, don't do that. Don't do that for the second time in a row. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just like value supposed to be in wins and production and how you're leading and carrying your team. Jokic is putting up crazy numbers. That's cool. but them numbers is not equating to what is SGA doing with numbers and winning. And so, like, there's no way you can sit there and not give SGA the MVP, because if that's the case, I go back to Kobe.
Right.
How does Kobe not win those MVPs with Steve Nash? Because y'all put value in winning. Y'all didn't really put value in numbers because his numbers was not crazy. You feel me? So, and the Lakers made the playoffs with the team that they had that probably wouldn't have made the playoffs if it wasn't for Kobe. So it's like the consistency in how we're giving out the MVP trophy. You feel me? Like 1 year it's about the narrative. The next year it's about the numbers. The next year it's about the standings. Like, it's no consistency. So, like, what SGA is doing this year is crazy work.
He's balling.
And the way he's leading this team, the way he's playing on both sides of the ball, the way he got this team rolling, and the level that they're playing at is a very championship level.
Yes.
And then you look on the other side with Cleveland, and you're looking at what Kenny Atkinson is doing, following the heels of Bernie Bickerstaff from last year.
Yeah.
You look at Kenny Atkinson, he got them boys playing.
Playing real good.
Mobley is turning into a superstar right in front of our eyes.
Yes. Well, we knew that in USC that he was going to be a stud.
Yeah, it's just take a little time, but now we're seeing he's a monster on defense. He can play inside out on offense.
Yes.
Shoot the three ball. He can take you off the dribble. He don't really have too many like.
You know who they remind me of a little bit? It's like a hybrid San Antonio Spurs mixed with a little bit of Detroit Pistons. Remember that year when Detroit was known for their defense, and then San Antonio had two bigs? You know what I mean? It kind of gave me that kind of vibe. It's like the hybrid of those two put together, and they got
both of those teams are just more exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they got more flash because that San Antonio Detroit finals.
Yeah, it was basketball. We don't like it, but it was a basketball clinic. It was ball movement. It was defense. It was defensive games. Every game was back and forth. So it just wasn't flashy because the superstars that they have are not flamboyant. They're not out there. They just regular, blue collar workers. They go to work, do their job. You get what I'm saying? No.
Like that 7-game series was a basketball series that, as a basketball fan, it was good to watch.
Hell yeah, it was real good.
As the media or ratings fan, probably wasn't going to do too much. But these two teams, to me, are on a collision course. But right now, if I had to put my money on it, I would probably go Cleveland.
Woo!
I would probably go Cleveland. I just think that they pose problems, man, and everybody is bought in. And I probably wouldn't have said Cleveland a month and a half ago, but them getting Hunter and them adding a perimeter, another.
Oh, snap. What happened to my dog? What happened to my dog? Well, Reasons would be back. But I would say if I had to pick, let's get my dog back in here. Right there. I don't know what happened to my dog.
Yeah, I was gone.
Yeah, he was gone. The sniper got him. They got him.
Yeah. But once they added Hunter, bro, and they added another perimeter defender to pair with Mobley.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now you got two guys on the wings that when I'm looking at Boston, okay, we got somebody for Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
We got somebody for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
We match up exactly with Derek White and Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
And we got somebody for Kristaps Porzingis and Jared Allen.
Yeah.
So it ain't the matchups is ideal. You feel me? And so that's why I'm a roll with Cleveland. I love what OKC is doing.
Yeah.
I really do. But it's like those dudes, a lot of those dudes still got to get more proven.
Yeah.
And Donovan Mitchell has been here. And if he don't get over the hump to get to the finals this year, it probably ain't gonna happen, babe.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that.
Probably ain't gonna happen. I'm
not mad at that pick. Cleveland is a dog. They the best team in the league. Best record in the league. They got the best defense in the league.
And all the time, you got to think about this. They're the first team in NBA history to have a season with 3 separate 12-game or more winning streaks during the season. And right now, they're on pace to tie the 71-72 Lakers that during the winning streak, they're averaging over 105 points a game during said winning streak that they're on. They're one game from tying and 2 from going over the hump.
Yeah.
At this rate.
No, they are a well complete team. They got a great bench with shooters that come in there and do their job, great role players. And their defense is stifling. I mean, they have beat on all the greats in the league all year long. And I don't. The only thing.
There goes bait.
That here's the thing for me.
The bait caveat.
I don't trust Donovan Mitchell more than I trust SGA.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call it spade a spade. Donovan Mitchell is amazing. He does some amazing things, and he hasn't been forced to have to do as much. He hasn't been forced to carry that torch as much. But it's just what I see with OKC is a championship pedigree team that's ready to shock the world. Like, SGA got them boys playing. Like, every game they lose, they come back and go on another win streak. They are that good, and he's that good. And everybody, the one thing I noticed about OKC is they got some dogs. They already got two big men as well, right? They got what is that? Hartenstein, and they got Chet. And then you have Jay Will, and then you have role players that can just guard you. Like, I mean, like, make it tough for you. When I saw them play Boston, the night before after Boston made it tough for the Lakers, and then OKC came and pressed them boys, had them boys, loosey-foosey, and then they had the championship pedigree to put them boys away. I said, this team is going to be a scary problem. And then to know they was one shot away from potentially being in the finals or getting to the finals last year and beating the Mavs. Don't get it twisted. It was like that series went back and forth. A couple plays here and there, we may be talking about OKC getting back to the championship.
Well, I mean, they still would have to, because that was the second round matchup. So they still would have to go beat Minnesota.
I think they could have beat Minnesota. I'm not going to.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I don't disagree with you.
So I think that, in my opinion, I put my faith more in SGA than in DMs. DMs, you can slide in them. You can be a little secretive. Yeah. But eventually, you got to come to the light. And SGA is already in the light. And I hope that the NBA do not take this man's MVP yet again, because he did it last year. Y'all was like, it is what it is. And now he's doing it 2 years in a row. If y'all do it again, I see y'all don't mess with no brothers. That's what it is. Because Jokic is a great player, but he's not having an MVP season like SGA. SGA by far is crushing it by far.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not that Jokic is not having an MVP season, because Jokic is on pace to be the first player Jokic is on pace to be the first NBA player in history to be top 4 in points per game, top 4 in rebounds per game, top 4 in assists per game, and top 4 in steals, while shooting over 40% from 3 and over 50%.
Amazing. It's amazing. I'm not knocking it, but it's not. But let's talk about SGA though. His numbers is
his numbers. I'm saying Jokic's numbers are MVP worthy. But when I'm looking at SGA averaging over 31.5 points, averaging over 6.5 rebounds, averaging over 6.5 assists, is I think top 1 or 2 in steals also. And their team is 12 games better than the number 2 seed.
Yes.
They're like, to me,
it's a runaway. And it's a runaway. Last year he got robbed.
Yeah.
Because he did it last year. And now he's doing it even better this year. And if y'all rob him again, that's messed up. Like, no disrespect to Jokic. Great player. One of the greatest bigs ever played this game. Talented, strong, skill set is on beyond. Like, one thing I noticed is his footwork is impeccable. Like, he just figures out. But I do know the formula. And if you put the formula on him, it makes it tough for that man. But you got to put the formula on him. And a lot of teams don't want to do that. And I noticed that.
They got the formula. Well, JJ Redick got the 4. I ain't gonna say the Lakers.
Yeah, we got it, but we got, he does. He makes it. And I told who the Lakers need to get? Go get Dwight Howard.
They don't want to.
Just go get him.
Did you hear about why they don't want to get? You hear about why Dwight Howard's off the Lakers?
Why?
Because allegedly, it's not even allegedly. This is from Dwight Howard's mouth. So this is not allegedly. This is what Dwight Howard said. So him and Mario Chalmers, I know it's off topic. Him and Mario Chalmers sitting down doing a podcast, and Mario Chalmers said one day in the huddle, he had basically kind of told Bron, like, "Hey man, stop bitching and get back on defense." Like y'all doing all this crying, but we got a game going on. So Dwight Howard said after the year they won the championship, and then that next year, when they kind of brought everybody back or didn't bring everybody back, Dwight Howard was like, at one point during the season, he told LeBron the same thing. Stop bitching and get back on defense. And he feels that because he actually came at LeBron like that is part of the reason why the Lakers ain't brought him back. Because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no way you believe that Alex Len, currently right now, is a better basketball player than a 37-year-old Dwight Howard. There's no way you can believe that. Yeah. Especially if you just asking him to play 10 to 15 minutes per game. You're not asking Dwight to go be, defensive.
You just ask him to, bro. He could do what these other bigs can do, and he can do it. He's a vet. Like he can does his job. He can play defense. He can protect the rim. Like it's Dwight Howard. If that is the case, Bron, man, hey man, go get Dwight. Hey, we need Dwight. Hey man, I just felt like you. I don't even man. That be some real. But here's my thing though, and I don't be. Like, they be making it seem like Bron is the goddamn NBA, because why nobody else getting Dwight Howard? Like, Dwight Howard can be on somebody's roster for what he can do and what he can provide. So why everybody in the league ain't trying to get the man?
Well, I was saying, that's my whole thing, just not even with the Lakers, just looking at Dwight Howard and looking at the lay of the land. It's like, why wouldn't you want a veteran presence on your team?
Facts.
Like, this is where the NBA is going wrong at now.
Yeah.
It's too goddamn youthful.
Yeah.
There are no vets. There are no Umoria Dallas Haslam sitting on that bench helping young fellas through certain things.
Yeah.
You have all these young big men in the league. Why wouldn't you want a Dwight Howard in the gym with that young man around him and cultivating his mind and preparing him for what's coming next? Because Dwight is a champion.
Yeah. He won the chip. Even people don't give him credit or not. He won the chip, and that is what it is. But like I said, we're going to see how the rest of the season unfolds. I would just say it's time for some exciting basketball in less than a couple weeks, man. You got March Madness coming up next week. This Thursday. This upcoming Thursday is March Madness. And then you have the playoffs. It's going to be 2 weeks after March Madness, or 2 to 3 weeks. And then basketball is almost over. Like, it's crazy. It's almost over, but we're going to see who make it to the finish line. I'm not going to sleep on the champs that's returning, because they're going to be hard to get them boys out of there, because, they find ways to win. And I got to see if Cleveland championship ready. The regular season is great, but I've seen some great regular season teams that get swiped out the mud in the playoffs. So I hope that's not the case with Cleveland, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Even moving on to the next topic of the day, we got some major NFL moves. Man, how do you feel about some of the NFL moves that's happened so far in the NFL?
Well, let's so from the last time we was here, we had a bunch of free agent signings. So I want to get to the little drama that's going on. I mean, I wouldn't say drama, but a little bit of back and forth that I like. I like a little NFL drama. It ain't nothing like it. They don't really say too much.
Yeah.
But you see that DeMarcus Lawrence left Dallas, went to Seattle, got a little bread. He arrives in Seattle, Bake.
Okay.
First interview.
I know it. Here it comes.
First interview. Here it comes. Lawrence arrives in Seattle, first interview. He ain't even been there 20 minutes.
What'd he say?
My man said, and this is quoting but paraphrasing. He said, "Dallas is my home.
Yeah.
My family lives there.
Yeah.
My kids is raised there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna win no Super Bowl there.
Wow. He didn't say that.
Bank. Verbatim.
Wow.
So then, you know how this goes.
Yep.
This prompted Micah Parsons.
Yep.
To tweet.
Yep.
Deflection at its finest, or basically saying like rejection at its finest because they didn't want you. This is what you say.
Wow.
That's clown-ish for you to say.
Wow.
So then DeMarcus Lawrence kindly responds.
Do they play each other this year?
I don't know. They want real smoke.
I was saying, dog. Like, I get it. But what else? What else he do?
DeMarcus Lawrence responds, you can call it clown stuff all you want, but maybe if you did less time tweeting and more time focused on football, it'd be different.
Shots fired. That shot fire. Oh my God. To tell a man that shot fire. They got to play, dog. They got to play, dog. They got to play, dog.
They got to run.
They got to run. They got to play. For sure. They got to get it down. Wait, the reason freeze on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. They got to play, dog. They have to play. They have to make it do what it do. Because when you start talking like that, dog, I gotta see. Is the NFL schedule out right now? Do we know who?
Do not play. Do not earn the regular season this year.
Man, that's whack. See, I don't like it.
This season.
I don't like it. I don't like it, dog. I don't want to hear it. I hope they make it to the playoffs, both of them teams, and I hope they play. And like, you can't talk like that and then don't play each other, dog. That's that woof for woof. I don't want no woof for woof. I want that. I see you week 7. I see you week 8 type shit.
I mean, but they both play the same position.
I know, but still though, you gonna talk your like, you know, when you get there, y'all gonna talk your stuff, and then I'm gonna show you why y'all not gonna win a playoff. Well, I'm gonna show you why y'all not gonna win. And it's competitive or whatnot. But I do look, Seattle, they already got Cup. You know what I mean? They got Cup, but here's the thing: I don't know who their quarterback gonna be.
They got Sam Darnold.
They did get Sam Darnold. Oh, he left.
Yeah. Sam Darnold to Seattle. So you got to think about it. They lost Geno. They bring in Sam Darnold.
They bring in Cup.
They got Cup. I know they lost DK.
Metcalf. Yep.
And Lockett, but they got Jackson Smith and Jigba, who came on and was balling last year.
Yeah.
Still got Kenneth Walker. You still got the other running back. They still got pieces.
Yeah, they do.
Like, it ain't like they, it just went, the cover is bare. So, I mean,
it's gonna
be make some moves. They can still be competitive.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna fall off the wayside.
Yeah.
Turn into
I wonder what's gonna happen. Is Aaron Rodgers decided if he's gonna go to Pittsburgh or not?
Supposedly, reports have said this morning that he has informed both the Giants and the Steelers he's going to be making a decision soon.
He better not go to New York.
Listen. So I want to ask you this. How do you feel about Myles Garrett requesting a trade, and then they go there and tell him, like, look, I know you're trying to leave, but here's 100 and some odd million.
And he signed it.
Yeah, he signed it.
Look, that's like, hey, dog, that's like you in a relationship and you know it probably ain't healthy. And then she like, babe, I'm going to give you this for the rest of your life. Every morning, every night, whenever you need. And you like.
It ain't that bad.
Yeah. Every morning, every night. Oh, man.
You want to play the game?
You want to play the game anytime you want it. All you got to do is I give you the button. And this button just let me know on site. Yeah. Well, since you put it that way, I'm good. I ain't going nowhere, babe. I'm straight. That's what that sound like. My dude they came with the bag and said, look, you really want to leave? And he was like, damn, I really want to leave, but like 100 million is 100 million. Like I can stay. I probably won't win the championship, but I'm gonna be a rich mother sucker. That's what I'm gonna be. I understand it. here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, yes, it's about winning the Super Bowl. You want to win the Super Bowl. It's one of the greatest prizes in the world to win a championship. But in the hindsight, dog, not everybody make $100 million guaranteed like that. I don't think anybody makes $100 million guaranteed like that, especially on the defensive end. To make $100 million guaranteed is out of this world. So it's hard to turn that down, man. It's hard to turn that down.
I'm gonna tell you. So he got 122 million guaranteed, which officially put him as the highest guaranteed contract not named a quarterback. Because the crazy thing is, a week before that, Max Crosby had just got, I think, 90 million or 100 million guaranteed, and now
120 something million is crazy. I can't walk away with that. I look. Because there's remember what Schroeder did for the NBA when he had 80 million guaranteed, and my dog said, "Nah, I'm good. I deserve." And then now,
but Schroeder ain't Myles Garrett.
I know.
Whoever he would have got traded to,
you think they would have paid him? You think they would have paid him?
Would have kicked out something close, at least something close.
Yeah, I probably, but that's the thing. Whoever you get traded to, and if you getting traded to somebody that you want to go to, is it a championship contender? Is it worse? So it's like, hey man, I just signed this 100 mil for a couple of more years. How many years was it though?
It was a 4-year extension to what he already had.
Yeah. So how many years? Do you have on his
contract? Probably is running from now for another 5 years.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's stuck.
$40 million.
I mean, you never know. He can still probably get traded. If he
but with the NFL getting traded with the guaranteed money and the cap hit, it messes things up. I mean, the way I look at it, the Browns are done.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this just because
that was stupid.
You already gave Deshaun Watson $232 million guaranteed.
But he restructured his contract though.
Yeah, but they're still paying that off. It's still bad on the contract part.
Yeah.
So now you've delved out another 122 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
So you to another dude when you got problems on that team that you need to try to fix.
Facts.
I would have tried to trade him for a king's ransom.
Yeah.
Got picks.
Yep.
You feel me? And just kind of
rebuild almost.
Rebuilt the whole situation. You feel me? And I mean, and my thing is even towards the Cowboys, like Micah Parsons is a generational talent. Micah Parsons is somebody that you need on your team.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about this. You paying $50 million to Dak.
Yeah.
You paying $30+ million to CD.
Yeah.
And you're going to be looking to be paying Micah at or around what Myles Garrett is getting. So you're going to have 3 players taking up damn near
the whole team.
65% of your cap.
Yeah, that's a lot of cap.
Come on, Bake. So it's like sometimes in trading players, it has to make sense because you're going to get a lot back for said player.
Yeah,
you're going to get a lot back for that player, and you gotta think this out. So,
yeah, hopefully, who knows? But at the end of the day, you got Metcalf going to the Steelers. We got somebody but I don't know how they're gonna pan out. We got the dude from San Francisco. He's coming to be another D. We got rid of Jarrett. Shout out to him, man. But I just wish a lot of times with our defensive players, man, they have these breakout seasons and then they get hurt. Like I remember we had Jones as our linebacker, had a breakout season, then tore his ACL. Never was the same after that. Like Beasley, breakout season, get hurt. Never was the same after that. Then we got we've had some dogs.
Yeah.
We had Abraham, who's one of my favorite legend. He did what he could, but it just like
he was a little older.
He was older, you know what I mean? But it's like, dude, like we every time we get a stud, they do a great year and then they get hurt and then we never hear from them again. And so I don't know. I feel like we should have got Slay. I feel like that would have been a great asset to our defense, man. It would have helped TP. It would have helped us out in the long run because we need another corner. We don't have another shutdown corner. And TP's not like a shutdown, but he's still TP. Don't get me twisted. And I would have loved us to get Slay, man, because then that helps the defensive rushing as well, too. You know what I mean? Because then they can cover a little bit longer. But It is what it is. I you know, at the end of the day, I can't wait to see. I'm really excited about the draft and who get picked up and how the draft's gonna look. But it's been some big moves. There's been a lot of big moves this year.
Yeah, I mean, just to cover some stuff, Daniel Jones went to the Colts, so now he's about to be in competition with Anthony Richardson. Houston gets CJ Garner Johnson from the Eagles. Joey Bosa signs with the Bills.
That was a big pickup by Houston to get Garner.
Yeah, Najee Harris did a 1-year deal to go to the Chargers.
And then you got Hopkins went to Baltimore.
Minnesota's done a lot of good moves. They got both the center and the guard from the Colts, while also adding Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle from Washington, which is going to help bolster an already good defense out there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Let me see something. The Cowboys out of Solomon Thomas.
How about those Broncos? Ooh, wee.
Yeah, the Broncos got Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga. So they added some pieces that's gonna help.
They're gonna be tough.
They're going to be tough, but you know I can care less about the Broncos as a Raider fan. But
I know. I get what you're saying.
But no, but the Broncos, just being honest, those are two good additions. You just got to hope Hufanga can get back healthy.
Yeah.
Because after his All-Pro season, he ain't been the same. And then Dre Greenlaw tore his Achilles in the Super Bowl. Only played a couple of games last year.
You just gotta hope they're healthy. If they healthy, that Broncos defense is gonna be even more monstrous because you know they already got some shutdown corner. They got some shutdown corners. Them boys, and then they can be my sleeper team next year. That can do some things if that defense play and they healthy and I like Bo. I like Bo. I like what Bo was doing. I like how they've been playing. I think they put a lot of pressure on a lot of teams. They just, plays here and there. But I think they're going to be a sleeper team coming out of that AFC West, man. I think Kansas City always going to be in contentions, but I think we could be seeing a little bit of drop from KC this year. I don't see KC going to the AFC Championship this year.
Oh, that's a bold prediction all the way in March.
I'm telling you right now, and watch that bold prediction become true. I don't see KC going to the AFC Championship.
I believe it's up to our division. Between the Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers, the only way you're going to really slay the giant is within the division. The division got to take care of them.
I think they will this year because I think everybody is getting better.
Everybody else. And so, also some Falcon news. Y'all go keep Kirk Cousins past the roster deadline.
For what? Why?
Another $10 million.
Why?
Another guaranteed another $10 million.
Why would you tell me that? I don't want to hear that stuff like that. Why are we keeping Kurt if we know Kurt ain't our future quarterback no more?
Well, you got to have a reliable backup.
No, he ain't no backup. Send him, trade him, get somebody, get some picks, get some pieces.
This is what happens. And then the last kind of bit of news is the Bengals are actively working to try to keep both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. It is reported that they are looking to send out $70 million between the two, where Jamar Chase is getting about $40 million annually and T. Higgins is getting about $30 million annually.
So Chase didn't get his new contract though, right?
Not yet, but that's what they say. They are working towards that.
All right, we're gonna see, man. But shout out to all the NFL news, man. Before we wrap up, we gotta get into some wrestling WWE recap. A lot has been going on, and the WrestleMania is a month away, less than a month away. So how do you feel about some of the wrestling recaps of what's been going on in the WWE?
Roman Reigns returned. We talked about that.
Yes, he did.
We predicted that was.
We've been on point.
Hey,
the only one that got us was John Cena.
And it really didn't get us. We just didn't believe it was going to happen.
Yeah.
We said it, but we was like, nah.
Yeah.
So, it shocked us, but it wasn't as shocking because we had a feeling. We knew somebody was going to turn heel.
Yeah. To have that at the end of the show, we knew something was up.
Yeah. But it's interesting. The more, as you watch the situation unfold.
Yeah.
It's cool. But as you start to listen to more of the wrestling people in the world, and I'm kind of along them lines too a little bit. It's like it don't make sense. Like it don't really have like it has some fervor with these three.
Yeah.
But it's not like because it's not leading to nothing. It ain't like, oh, if the number one contender for the title, like if they add that stipulation,
I think they will. I think the winner of this match is going to be the number one contender. I don't know when they do it because you got a month. You got a whole month to kind of lead up to this. I think that triple threat will be a number one contender match. And I think that favor is going to come into play and be like this is what I'm thinking. I could be completely wrong. I think that Paul Heyman is going to cash in that favor to help CM Punk get back to the number one contender. I mean, get to the title shot. Because he's going to say, you owe me. And I think he's going to screw Roman.
I mean, and to me, the only storyline that makes sense is Paul Heyman turning on Roman. Because remember, on Raw, Roman only showed up to give Seth Rollins that work. Like, that was the whole thing. He curb stomped the man. Like,
yeah.
You feel me? And it was funny because they basically had put out somebody had put out a thing like all three of the Shield used the curb stomp on the same night.
Yeah.
So Moxley had did it, Seth had did it, and Roman had did it. So they had kind of brought that up. But
yeah,
Roman got returned to the ring to go after Punk once he saw that Heyman was trying to
caress him. He was caressing and consoling him and holding him. It's going to be okay. Like on some straight sucker stuff. Like, bro, if you my wise man, don't touch another man, dog. Not like that, but I'm just saying, you don't console another brother without my permission. If you my wise man. And you over there in the ring.
You went out your way, mate.
It's okay. It's okay.
The man went out his way, baby.
It's coming. They setting it up perfectly. It's coming because remember, CM Punk said it back in the day. I was the original.
Yeah.
I was the original.
He was my original wise man. Like,
before you.
Yeah.
And I came and did a favor for him in that Survivor Series for him.
Yeah.
And he knows he owed me something. And I'm going to let him know when to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if CM Punk turns heel. He's like a hybrid. Because he said, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
Yeah. It's I'm saying, like, when you got 3 baby faces, one of these dudes got to turn out to be a bad guy.
Yeah. Rollins is going to turn heel. Roman is a hybrid. He's heel, but he gets popped because he's still a heel. He's not a baby face. He's in between. He wants to be back at the top of the throne. That's Roman's story, right? I want to be head of the table again. I'm not me unless I'm head of the table. I can't do this side stuff or whatever. Rollins is, I want to be back at the top, but I want to be the one that beat CM Punk. I still haven't beat CM Punk. Roman ain't beat me, so I got the mind games on Roman, but CM Punk is my Achilles heel, and Roman Reigns is like, CM Punk is like, look, I just want to be the top. And y'all mother suckers is stopping me from getting to where I need to go. So there's the 3 little dynamics that's going on that it intertwines. Their stories all intertwine. So I understand the triple threat. And I think the reason why they're doing a triple threat usually a lot of times is so they don't bury somebody or whatnot. Because if you do the one-on-one, usually somebody got to get buried. Somebody got to take a loss. And that's going to take a hit to their momentum, right? Yeah. So if I tell you right now, the winner of the WrestleMania won't be Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. It will be CM Punk. And I think...
Do you believe that they're going to give it to CM Punk because it's like he kind of needs his WrestleMania moment due to the fact that he got injured last year. He didn't get to be in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And now he's finally back.
He's going to have his moment, and he got to win the title again. He came back to win the title. He's going to win the title again. I don't know who he's going to win it off of, but he will be champion this year. I'm thinking SummerSlam, and with Paul Heyman by his side. I think, and then that's going to set up the feud between him and Roman. I think for SummerSlam, Roman Reigns will face Seth Rollins because they have to squash this beef. They have to finish it. They have to say this is the end of that chapter. And Roman is going to be mad because I think Seth or Roman, I don't know if they let Roman get pinned twice in WrestleManias. I think Seth is the fall guy that CM Punk gets the pin. Roman says, you didn't beat me, and I'm only in this situation because of Seth freaking Rollins. So that creates this feud, like, woo, woo, woo. So then that goes all the way to where it needs to go to SummerSlam, and they have a couple matches, right? And then they finish it at SummerSlam, and CM Punk, with the whole turning heel, Paul Heyman guy, is going to lead to winning the championship, and I think he beats Jey Uso.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page that Jey Uso has to win.
Yes.
But the whole momentum between Jey Uso and Gunther has nosedived to me. Like, because
other stories are just more powerful right now. I mean,
so that's why it's like now it's like Jey is still hot as a character. Yeah. But the storyline to where, like, if he don't win, it ain't gonna kill nothing because a lot of it's being killed.
Yeah. He has to win because they won't have two heels at the title. John Cena, I believe, this is my prediction. I'm saying it now because it's a month and out, so I don't want people to say I didn't do it. John Cena will beat Cody at WrestleMania, and Jey Uso will beat Gunther at WrestleMania. And then CM Punk would beat CM Punk would beat Jey Uso at WrestleMania. And then I don't know who's going to beat John Cena at WrestleMania. At SummerSlam.
Here's a piece of what I think is going to transpire. Something I've been kind of thinking about.
What you thinking?
Because the John Cena heel turn, it can't last forever, right? Like, it was cool. I think John Cena flips on The Rock. But he used The Rock to get to where he wanted to go. And just like, he can't take this evil Cena anymore.
Right.
He got to flip on The Rock. And he flips on The Rock at some point, which creates this whole new dynamic. So I think that's kind of what we're leading to.
So that mean does Cody turn heel?
I don't think necessarily Cody turns heel.
So how do you who gets the belt back?
So what I look at is John Cena wins. They drag out this Cody John Cena situation. John Cena and Cody fight again for the title. And then however it goes, like, Cody ended up beating Cena. And then The Rock looks at Cena like, you can't lose, blase, blase, blase. He started, like, picking on Cena. And then Cena gets The Rock, beats him. And then him and Cody kind of re-embrace. And that's how Cena comes back.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how they going to kind of, like
what was that? Mike Tyson almost. When Mike Tyson, he went back good in a Stone Cold, and then Shawn Michaels like, man, what the freak? And then he got punched.
He punched him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking more towards the Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt storyline.
Yeah.
When Bray got Daniel Bryan all under the warp or whatever the case is. And in that Raw, he was on the top of that cage and the roof erupted. Woof. And Daniel Bryan turned from heel with Bray Wyatt back to babyface and attacked Bray Wyatt. And, that's kind of started him again. So
yeah,
I think that's kind of where we're going to go with this, just because Cena being healed this late and we can't have a real Cena heel run for a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's good.
It has to culminate.
So I think Cody loses and get it back.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then Cena turns, like the Hulk Hogan and Rock thing. He turns. There it is. It'd be like that. That makes sense. But we're going to find out, man. A lot of great stories. Shout out to the Street Profits.
Yes, finally, man. Yeah.
They got it. They got that. They got that.
Bianca heel turn.
They got that. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Yeah, Street Profits. What? Yeah, I was trying to do the clapping. But yes, the Street Profits finally got it with the heel turn. It's just weird. The people don't want them to be heels. It's one of those things. They cheering for heels. Like they did. I think they need Bianca Belair to be the final piece because it's going to shock people when she turn heel, and then they can create this aura. Because right now they don't like, even if they trying, it's like, bro, we don't believe this. We don't believe this.
And they have to play into it, like
yes.
You said.
Because she's wearing black now. She never wears black.
Come on, man.
She has to be the version to be like, I'm tired of trying to prove myself. And it goes well because if you listen to Bianca's story, she's always had to try to overcome and try to show people that she's the best, and she wanted to be the best. But she's like, I'm tired of being your best. Yeah. I want to be my best.
My EST, not your EST.
Yes, I want to and just turn, and then her and Montez, and then they do their thing. And I even think, to be honest with you, like, they can even have the Marty Jannetty. I thought they was going to do it that way, where they do the Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. I know it's been overdone, but the turning on Dawkins type thing, or whatever the case, I can still see that coming later down the line. But I think that Montez and Bianca has to get to that level where a Seth Rollins and a Becky, Edge and Lita, and they have to get to that point, because I think that's what breaks Montez's character to that next level, and that's going to take Bianca's character to a evolving level.
Yeah, like, because it does that, like, savior to the wife, husband, old school macho man, and Elizabeth. Like, if you create them as those bad characters, and then Montez gets a single title run, let him go win the Intercontinental title or the United States title.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then she wins the women's title again, and now they saving each other, and you feel me? Or anything happens to her, and he's running to her defense. Like, at some point, you have to use those two as entities to continue to push forward their careers.
Yes.
Because just knowing, like, because Seth and Becky kind of built their own platforms, but Montez, although he's building, he ain't gonna reach the platform that Bianca has built on her own.
Yeah.
So if you really want to keep Montez as a figurehead going forward,
and he has all the characters to be the figurehead going forward.
Yeah, and so at some point you got to combine those two forces and let their love life and their relationship play out. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And buy into everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can then you can get into, like, the cheating scandals.
Yep.
And like Montez out here with Jade, or she looking at, like, you can
do a whole lot with that. It creates more dynamic. It's more, and that's how you stay relevant in this industry. You have to have dynamic storyline telling,
and you keep it cultural.
Yeah,
right. Everybody gonna play into, like, oh, he out here cheating with on a black woman. Because now you think about the fans, the people you can bring in to be like, I know they ain't doing that. You feel me? Another black dude cheating on a black one. Like,
it's so much culture stuff. Yeah.
There's just so many things you can do if you decide to allow this to grow and them to play into this organically.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Definitely going to be interesting to watch. Definitely going to be interesting to see. But that's it. That's all we got for this year, this week's episode of Talk That Talk podcast. Look, man, we rebranded, we revisioned, we locked in. So stay tuned. Stay freaking tuned. We're only gonna get bigger and better through the grace of God. You know what I mean? And we're gonna continue to ride this train till we can't ride it no more. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here, man?
No, man, just another week, man. Another week down. My first softball game. Hopefully it's Monday if it don't rain.
Yeah, that rain been killing. And it's going to rain. It's supposed to rain 90%.
If not, then my first softball game as a coach would be Wednesday. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
At the next show and how that experience is going. You know, I had a real solid conversation with my girls this week, just explaining them like coaching thinking.
Yeah.
And opening them up because I feel like the conversation I was having with them, babe.
Yeah.
It was different than conversation they've had before.
Yeah.
And I can tell because they was like, ain't nobody really broke this down like this does. So just looking forward to it, man.
No, it's gonna be fun.
Excited. And officially, I have my last for this year, my last principal evaluation.
Hey,
that went well. So I'm officially being brought back to the school next year. I don't have no worries, but
yeah. You know, so what happens when you like coaching in the other teams? Because are you coaching at that school or are you coaching in a different school?
I'm coaching at this school.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to see how it's about to shake out with the other coach that's there to see what he's doing and whether I'm about to step into the taking over the program or stepping into helping with build the program.
Okay.
But either way it go, you feel me? It's gonna be fine. So
yeah, that's gonna be lit, man. But until next time, fam, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna keep bringing this content to you. We're gonna keep improving for y'all because y'all deserve it. And it's time for Talk That Talk to take that next step moving forward. Y'all know the vibes. Stay blessed, stay stress-free, and always remember to talk that talk. We see y'all next week, man. Peace.